There is a chance to get through this without combat. That being said, you guys did just see how long it took me to write down all the stat lines.
So make sure we don't have combat. So Julian just wasted his time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know how we are, Julian, so there will be combat.
Yes.
I'll say
Surrender.
that trigger
You all
finger
start with 2
is an inch.
wrath,
Yep.
and you picked out your objectives for this round.
Yep.
Objectives.
And our glory is reset, right? So we have 0 glory at this point.
You have 0 glory.
And I'm all healed up.
Sight.
I got nothing, guys. I'm fine as frog hair.
I'm fetch.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm surviving.
I think my shocks have been mostly reset, but I still have 4 of 8 wounds.
Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 wounds.
All
Shit's
right,
real.
let's get started then, shall we?
Yes.
Yep.
Ethan, do you want to start by firing at a passenger airliner again?
They'll know not to fuck around with me ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you guys left off. You were riding the space elevator. You were in the like rectangular,
Yeah.
elevator cart,
Yep.
with a bunch of passengers in it. Jesse had converted somebody, and now he has his maximum number of devotees.
Like a 16-year-old girl or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Great fodder.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, she will serve the cause well.
Yeah. So you guys arrive at your destination.
She'll die a glorious death for
and
the homicide.
everyone kind of has a sigh of relief. And you felt coming up here, it was pretty rickety. Probably these things do fail occasionally. And you hear like a really robotic voice come over. Welcome, citizens of the Imperium, to Delta Sig Novum.
Delta Signovum.
Yeah, so
This
those
is
of
like
you
a,
guys from Avakris would know that this is an Imperial shipyard. It does mainly void ship repairs and munitions armament. So
Oh,
lots
this is where
of
we got
industrial.
after the elevator?
Yeah, this is the top of the elevator.
Okay.
Yeah, so at this point you guys have traveled, from the zenith of where you were all the way out into the edge of space, basically, where the gravity is low enough that these giant void ships can come and dock and get repaired and get munitions.
That's badass. Such a cool visual.
Right, metal AF.
Yeah, so if you are close to a window, you could look over and you could see like the orange-red surface of Avakris and just the absolute blackness of space out beside you guys. You can't quite see the star of the system at this moment, but yeah. And Jesse and Kevin, you guys know that your sanctuary homeworld is out there in the black somewhere. It's one of these stars.
Good times. Good times.
That's sick. So what we're doing now, we're just gonna try and go find some red arms and shoot them in the face hole, right?
Yep, I think so. I think.
Well, at least shoot him in the arms.
Yeah, so you guys, everybody is starting to file out. It's basically the opposite of how airlines work. Everyone's just like massing around the door. Not much orderly exiting, so it takes you guys.
I want to try and like shove my way through and just like elbows and whatever. I am pushing through to the front of this crap.
I'm gonna walk up behind him so that way it looks like he's pushing him out of the way from me.
And I'll just be like,
blocking for you.
I'll be like that car that follows behind the ambulance. That kind of
Yeah.
through traffic.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Yeah,
And
I've
like,
got my
I'm-
arms tied behind me, like not tied, but like loosely walking behind
What-
me, walking confidently.
It's the Inquisition, right? That's the super.
Yeah.
It's like Inquisition business. We're Inquisition coming through.
I'm gonna compel
Since
everybody
you said
to change
Inquisition,
left
go
as I
ahead and
pass.
give me an intimidation test.
Yeah.
Can I help him with that at all?
I don't think so. You guys are all wounded, so this is definitely also going to count against your intimidation test that you look fucked up kind of already.
Well, that should help, don't you think? Like,
All right, I'm gonna spend a wrath to reroll.
Just the fails.
Yep.
And only if the wrath die isn't a 1.
Correct. Oh, that's what I
You're
get.
so intimidating.
That's what I get. So I had a 5, and before I re-rolled, I had 2 2s, and then I re-rolled and I had 2 1s.
Nice.
One of which was the wrath die.
Yeah, so one success with your wounded condition. You try to say like Inquisition coming through the way, and you kind of just grossly croak out like. And people mostly think that you're probably like ill or something, like in need of medical attention.
It's true. I do need medical attention.
So they do kind of give you some space to the sides, but like people are more just trying to get through the door now to
Get away from you.
I'll take
It
it.
looks affected at all.
I'll take it. That's a win in my book.
Yeah, so you guys make it outside, and you exit, and it's again a very like unsafe place to be. It's like you are at an industrial dock, but you're clearly just passengers. Like there's forklift type deals, just unloading big ass boxes, cranes moving around, carts being like shoved to and fro, and people kind of just like scurry out into the station.
Do they have big mechanical forklift suits like in Aliens?
There are servitors that like you would say it's like a suit because it's built into them, but you know they have their brains removed.
It is them, yeah.
Well, their brains aren't removed. Sorry, they are lobotomized.
Yeah.
Even better.
Love that. Love that.
I need to get one of these for my garage door opener.
So
Yeah. So this area is mostly like as you make your way down and out of this area. Sorry, are you okay, Jesse? Okay. So as you make your way out of this area, it's like a bunch of unloading areas, and you slowly get to like a more commercial part of the station, and you see a bar up ahead called something.
something, okay.
It's called.
Something is my favorite bar.
Yep.
It is called the Gritty Swarf.
The Gritty Swarf. Hell yeah.
Like, were we able to do any recon? Do we have any idea, like, where these red arms would be, or the equipment or anything? Tell you what.
So I think the only thing that you guys have found out is that if they needed to get rid of a score, the best way to do it would be off-world.
Okay.
And you know that they were trying to get onto this flight.
Okay.
You saw some red arms get detained at like the
Yeah.
checkpoint, or not detained, but not
Yeah.
allowed to pass through the checkpoint.
Okay. Is there? I want to, before we get to the bar, or if everyone else is going to the bar, I want to peel off and I want to check like a computer terminal and see if I can like get into it and check which ships are leaving within the next 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, yeah. So you find like a data terminal to like plug into, and then as you log in, you kind of get like a error message prompt.
Okay.
But it says like, I see you made it successfully through the space elevator. Any word from the hardwares, and then it's signed Loxon.
Oh, I said I'll type back in and say just got off our flight, checking ship manifests now. Like I've been blocked out by you. GTF out of my way.
Yeah. He replies.
You're hindering the mission.
There's nothing on the manifests. Try a more discreet route. Look for a smuggler.
Okay. I click OK and sign out, and I'm like, guess we're going to the bar.
You like
Haven't we been
K.
to several bars?
LOL.
What do I need to roll for Han Solo Chewbacca?
I
Yeah.
love that we once again in a situation where we could absolutely use a ganger and he's not here.
Yeah, exactly.
He's only been here when we didn't need his help.
Yeah, if
like,
only.
it's the
It's
worst
okay, guys.
time.
I'm a gang leader now.
Oh yeah, you're the ganger. We don't need the second in command. Okay.
All right, so we go into the something.
The Gritty Swarf.
Right, the
Yeah.
Gritty Swarf.
Yeah, I'll order a drink and I guess when the drink is delivered, I'll say like I'll make a toast to underground pursuits or something like that, and then like if the bartender a computer or a servitor, or is it a human?
It's a human, and at first you might mistake him as a servitor, because most of everything about him is mechanical at this point, but it's not quite as nice as the like Mechanicus's stuff.
Okay.
It looks like, if you could tell this, probably like he had a bunch of accidents and just kept getting like shitty replacements to keep doing his job.
Oh.
But somehow got out of it and is now tending bar instead of getting another one of his limbs ripped off.
So does this bar also have a back alley doctor?
Yeah.
It might, but you haven't found that out yet. So you guys get there, you order drinks, and you're a little loud when you say like would you say
underground pursuits or something like that.
Okay, so you say like to underground pursuits and
to being an awesome smuggler.
Yeah. To looking for a smuggler very subtly.
Yeah, so you hear that and you see this like guy who you thought was passed out, but he kind of rouses from that and he's like, you hardwares in on that score? You looking for a new hand? I can get you to Odo. I know a pilot.
Is that where the of course that's where we're headed.
I'm only asking for half of the score. Is a reasonable price.
Is there any religious iconography or whatever on this gentleman?
On the drunkard?
Yes.
No. He
most of them are trying, man. Okay.
It's sacramental wine.
Yeah, I'll say it would save us time if we just traveled with the hardwares. Do you know what ship they're leaving on?
You're the hardwares, right?
Yes, but we fell behind our group and lost our way. Communication has been cut off.
They left. They wouldn't take my ship.
Well, we'll take your ship.
They're already off planet?
Of what you're offering.
Can you catch up to it?
I just want half the score. All right, you pay me half of whatever you get.
I put up two hands like this, and I'm like, "How much is half?"
And he like looks at his drink glass and he picks it up and he's like, "This much," and he drinks it down.
Yeah. And I go, "You're hired." I walk over and fill him up halfway.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'll say, yeah.
I compel him to accept 25% instead of half.
No, half his beer. That's what he said. Half of his beer.
Yeah, we fulfilled that bargain already.
Yeah, so you compel him and he's like, 20. We're half.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah,
So yeah, you think like maybe his brain is just too muddled. You pushed the wrong button and it didn't quite work out. You're used to dealing with wholer minds than this.
Yeah.
So I'll say deal, but we need to leave now.
Actually, Adencia. I'm sorry, Adesina. And he starts yelling across the bar.
Okay.
And you see somebody who's in like deep conversation with a group of people look over, and this woman's like, "What?"
I turn to start walking right.
And he's like, "I got a job.
I go over to her and I raise my hand, like to shake her hand. Excuse me, Attendacia. We were told you may have had a freighter.
Adesina.
Adesina.
If you're partners with Mateo over there, I'm not doing any business with that fool.
Why not?
Look at him. He's more alcohol than blood.
That is
Which
true.
is impressive.
He has more heart than some of those cold machines outside.
Does anybody have good pilot skill?
The
Oh,
only
dude.
the only heart he
I am
has
the best
is
pilot.
pickled after a lifetime on that bar stool.
Like we turn and I say, we don't need a pilot. We need a ship.
I bet I've got the best pilot out of the whole group.
Nice.
What is it? A -2?
It's a 3. It's a 3.
I've got a 4.
Yeah, in your wounded state, I'm sure that would go over really well.
I have a 4
It's got a-
based on agility alone.
I've got a 2.
Oh yeah, I don't have. Yeah,
I have 0 ranks. I
mine's
just got my
0
3
ranks in
three
pilot.
ability.
So
Yeah.
okay, then I'm like, well, maybe we do need a pilot.
No, we don't need a pilot.
Where's
We got
the ships
this.
you can fly with your mind?
Can you fly? I'll turn Adesina.
Mateo like comes over and he's like, "Look, they're hardwares. They'll give us half of that score they've been talking about because they're late." And she's like, "You fool! They're not hardwares. Do you see any red arms?" And he's like, "Yeah, right there." And he points at your robes, Mark.
Nice. Like I'll kind of look at him in disgust for a minute and be like, "You're right. We're not. We're trying to intercept the hardwares and take their big score. We have an in. Are you with us? We just need a ship and a pilot."
I won't fly for Mateo's friends. Go ahead and make an influence test to see if you can sway her.
Can I help
Influence?
with this?
Which test is that?
It's influence.
It's just
dude.
an eye?
Obviously.
So influence is actually at your
All the
like
way down
bottom
to the
of your
left.
character sheet
Yeah, mine's a
by
4.
gear.
Oh, mine's a 0. So does
Oh,
that
so you're perfect.
does that mean I draw
4.
0? Roll 0 dice?
Yeah, so I think whoever has the highest influence should roll it, and go ahead and describe to me like
Right
how you
here.
want to like leverage your influence.
So what is this guy again?
I have 1.
What are you, or what is the pilot?
Yeah, the pilot.
The pilot's like presumably some kind of smuggler.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Is it a human?
I come over and I'll be like, Sir, we were told for half a beer we could obtain a pilot for a ship. I come as the I come as an emissary from the God Emperor. You must take us to, where are we going again?
Ord.
Oh,
Or-
you guys are going to Odo.
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 I should know
I was
that
close.
because
I was
Odo's
close.
that my halfling D&D character.
You should know that.
She says the Emperor's currency are lives, but not all
See,
places accept that. So I need cold hard cash.
How about bodies? I have a few extra.
Bodies are easy to get and easy to waste. And she looks at Mateo.
Like
A ship needs fuel. A ship needs repairs. A ship needs guns. Can't buy those with bodies.
The ship
Oh.
also needs a pilot.
You're
It's going to be a
You're a
shame when yours
technician.
no longer has one after the Inquisition takes you away for hindering our investigation.
oh snap.
Simpson
You wanna
Simpleman.
drop the eye bomb?
And I
I
can't remember
am.
Kevin's character.
All right.
Scare
Yeah. So
them down, and I'm gonna
Yes, you
fucking.
are.
I'm just gonna play with the hilt
you are.
of my chainsword.
okay. Yeah. So at this point, like somebody roll the influence test. So you use your influence number, and you can choose to spend wealth to add 1 die.
Does
to your
anybody
influence
have
test.
more than 1?
Well, like for
I have
each
1.
wealth you want to add.
I have 0.
I also have 1.
But I will throw
Don't
in.
you guys have a bunch of wealth from
I
robbing
have
the doctor?
I have 2 wealth. I did not mark down if I gained any, but I will
I
put
do
2
have-
in.
I have my 3 wealth that I lost and then regained.
Oh yeah, I'll throw in my one wealth
My
remaining.
my check number.
I am
It's
unconcerned
the
about
influence number. It's fellowship.
wealth. The wealth is
Fellowship
mine.
minus 1.
The service of
Like
the
what's
Emperor
the
is all that
DC or
matters.
whatever?
Oh, the DC. It's gonna be 4 for you guys.
Okay, so, and I'm going to spend 1 of my wrath to re-roll 3. Hard.
Did you already
And
roll?
I have
Oh.
5 successes and a 6 on the wrath die.
Woo!
Nice.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So she agrees to do it on the condition that you'll also say some like holy sacraments over her ship.
Very well. Show me to the bridge.
And I'll offer to look over the ship in transit and make any repairs that are needed.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So with that extra success,
And I won't kill her.
she
I won't kill her.
she secures a map of Odo for you guys, and it's an old mining moon, and really the only structure of note that has a landing pad available to it is an old mining habitat.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure that this is where the auction would be taking place.
Straight
Sick.
into the hornet's nest.
Okay.
However, it's the landing pad is right next to the habitat, and she tells you guys that there's no way her ship can get close silently and land on that pad. If you wanted a stealthy approach, you would have to land in the wilderness and survive a moon trek.
No, land us right next to the fucking hab.
I mean, do we want? So we
can do an aerial drop, right?
we know that
Can you do an aerial drop?
Hell yeah!
You don't have any power armor. You don't have a drop shuttle. Okay? Like, Kevin is the only one of you who could reasonably actually do an aerial drop.
And I am for that. No.
we just fly over and drop Kevin in and let him do his thing. We'll be back in half an hour.
Take us straight to the front entrance. Sneaking around shows a lack of faith.
So-
It is his will that we engage in this mission. We take them head on. It is the quickest route.
Oh, you guys are interested in dying.
Yeah, we are.
So
she
we
also
Yes,
points out
literally.
that there's not going to be much hiding the Adeptus Sororitas in power armor. It'd be pretty hard to convince anybody that she was not an agent of the Imperium. Not to mention all the monks.
We are very subtle, thank you.
Yeah. So do we know? So we know that they are going to auction this off basically on the planet. This is where the auction happens.
Yeah, so like after talking to Mateo and a couple of other people there, it sounds like what's occurring is they have moved the stasis coffin through the station already and brought it to this moon
Okay.
for an auction.
For an auction. Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are able to get a little info about people who have passed through the station who are likely to be at the auction.
Ooh,
Okay.
can we
And
get
they
a ticket?
include- a ticket?
Yeah, I want to participate in the auction.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So you would need to probably secure an invitation and also probably not show up with an Adeptus Sororitas and 4 or 5 monks.
That would be the ultimate power move, though.
I mean, if you can scrap together enough wealth and convince them not to shoot you on sight, I'm sure they would be happy to sell you the
So
coffin.
I've got an idea.
How much wealth do you think? Like 6?
So hang on, let me give you guys the
At least
data that you
between and
uncovered.
I.
Okay. Yeah.
So you guys know that they're going to be at least one cult attending the auction.
Cult. Like, is that the name of something or just a general cult?
So
The
like,
cult of Tiamat.
Chaos usually festers in like cults that'll spring up, and so it seems like there's probably a heretical cult that's going to attend the auction.
Oh, cool. We get to kill heretics.
And then in addition to that, there is a rogue psyker who recently
They
passed
gasp.
through the station.
There at John's character.
Yeah. Exactly. She's with us actually.
Also, somebody talks about seeing the largest mutie he's ever seen. This means mutant. Along with the smallest mutie he's ever seen. And they describe him like kind of riding on the large one's back.
Of course.
Great.
So, do we know if any of those people have already left for the moon, or any of them might still be around?
Yeah, they've all passed through the station already. You guys are pretty behind the ball.
could we look around and see if anyone else is late for the auction and, hitch a ride on their ship?
Or
those what do you call them? Oh, what the fuck are they called? Those hardwares from down on the surface. They might possibly be on their way up, but they're going to be at least an hour behind you guys, because I think the shuttle timings were like an hour and a half apart.
Yeah.
2 hours apart.
oh, so they're an hour behind us or an hour ahead of us?
They'd be well, the
They
ones
were
that-
behind you because
yeah.
they weren't able to get into the site before you guys did.
Oh yeah,
Security block.
that's right. Okay.
Do we want to? I don't really want to wait on them.
Could we could split the party.
Ooh, I like that.
Adeptus Mechanicus and Rogue Psyker could go in, and then
I'm sanctioned.
the Rogue
Oh,
Psyker
Oh, I got what you're saying. Yeah.
And try and get in on the auction.
and get in on the auction. So that would get us landing, and then once we're landed, you could sneak around. Like what is there anything we can expect by landing on this like mining platform? Is it how
I expect to
regulated?
get shot at.
Yeah, how regulated is it? Like, are they gonna ask for like a passcode to land? Like, what do we know about?
Yeah, so she is a smuggler, so she's definitely been involved in some like shady backroom deals.
Mm-hmm.
And the typical way it works is that people would much rather have your ship than not have it. So they will usually let you land, and then if they're going to kill you, they'll just kill you after you've landed, so they get to keep your ship as well.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's smart.
So it's always a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah,
Use their greed against them.
but yeah, how how difficult would it be to? Good night, Ethan. I love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Kids, man.
How difficult would it be to like land and pretend to be, someone there for the auction? Like, impossible, or
How good an actor are you?
well, what role would that be? Deception?
Oh yeah, that'd definitely be a deception.
Oh yeah, I'm a 1, so
Oh, you got
so
this, dude.
Impossible. Oh, you're a 4.
Yeah, y'all got this.
You do all the talking. I'm your
Yeah, he's the face. You're the gun.
yeah.
Which I was gonna ask you about that. So if you worship your gun, but then we get on a ship, you also worship the ship. So does that mean the ship is a higher god than your gun?
No, they're all one.
But see, you use your gun to kill people, and that's a very intimate, religious, kind of experience. And then you're just riding in a ship, which is like that could be dirty, or that could be an intimate experience too, I guess. But like,
You can also kill people with the shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You
You
could
could
also
crash
kill
it
people
into
with the
the
ship.
movies.
So I mean,
Yeah.
like.
Ship get
You,
killed,
you can't say that they're the
gun
same.
only
Like
kills.
one's got to be, like. So who are you gonna pray harder
It's
to?
like picking between your favorite kid. It's impossible.
That's a lie. I know enough parents to know that's a lie.
It's impossible to say in public.
Sorry.
so
Tangent.
so probably not gonna be able to land and pretend to be someone else.
Sure we can. He's got a 4.
Yeah, we might be able to.
I mean,
Whatever I can't deceive, I can attempt to compel.
yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. So can we? Is there the possibility of like unnamed third parties showing up at this auction? Is it like open?
100%.
Okay.
Because like you don't know if they're like people who didn't come through this station specifically to get to the moon. It is the closest station,
Yeah.
but I mean somebody still could have came from even off world.
Okay.
And this is in character. And then of course we're far enough on the fringes of the Imperium that it's not unreasonable to assume there are like Eldari pirates who are participating in the auction.
That's sexy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could sew an Eldari patch on ourselves and
The Eldari have heads that are kind of like xenomorph size.
Oh, well, maybe not.
So
maybe not then.
maybe if you like fashion a really nice helmet.
Yeah.
On that note, though, I was gonna ask if there's any insignia on my garb that would give me away as a sanctioned psyker, and would it be possible to mute that, subdue it, or remove it entirely without violating any?
I think that would probably be up to you. Like, I'm sure that there is some sort of like paperwork that you have to like present to an authority to say like, no, I am sanctioned. While at the same time, like, psychers are subject to persecution in various parts of the Imperium. So, you know, it's kind of like how much do you want to wave your flag?
Gotcha. I think rather than trying to find another emblem to go over it, I'd rather just. They're expecting a rogue psyker, so I don't think they would be waving necessarily any kind of a flag.
Well, I mean, we could even like not even come out and say you're a rogue psyker. We could just put out the vibe and let people talk. Like, oh, is that the rogue psyker, or is that, you know, who is this mysterious lady that you know?
Show them a little powers and just don't tell them. You know?
Like do something subtle but not so subtle, you know, and
like ankle instead of thigh.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring back
Ethan,
ankle.
what's your character's background again?
What's that?
Ethan, what's your character's background again? I know. Just trying to think.
I'm a dude with a gun.
Simpson.
Tempestus Scion.
Yeah.
So like elite human military.
Okay, I'm just trying to think who could reasonably pass as smuggling this, wanting to buy this item, right? So definitely.
I'll be right back, guys. What you guys discuss.
Yeah.
Like you three at the table could probably work, but I definitely am not gonna pass muster, and I don't think the Inquisition monks are gonna be very sneaky either. Like I don't think anyone's gonna buy it.
I think you're gonna be useful waiting at the ship and making sure our ride doesn't leave without us.
So you want me to stay behind? And
well.
Wait to seem like shit's going down and then run out and fucking attack them from the outside to draw attention away from you guys?
Or do we want you guys to like sneak around and try to like what's our angle here?
So we should split the party 5 ways.
Yeah. Are we going in like covert to try to steal this artifact during the auction, or are we going like what's our angle?
So we have 3 attack groups, right?
Yeah.
We got somebody going in to try and buy the auction.
Okay.
We got somebody sneaking around to steal the auction.
Okay.
And then we got somebody in the middle to shoot one way or the other.
Okay. Is anybody stealthy at all?
Well, I will go with the battle sister.
So, just to be clear, you guys are splitting the party 3 ways.
No,
Yes.
we're not.
Yes. Josh and John are gonna go off and try and buy the auction. Kevin and Jesse are gonna do other things.
If we're gonna do 3 ways, I would. If we're gonna do a 3-way, guys, this is how we do it.
We should always do a 3-way.
I have a 4 in stealth, so
That's it.
I'm not sure that you guys are necessarily emotionally mature enough for a 3-way. I just think some people might get hurt.
I'm not ready to commit.
yeah, I can barely handle a 2-way.
That's what the blindfolds are for.
So
All games are for.
So I think stealth is out, right? Because like I'm the highest in stealth, and I'm only 4.
I have a 5, thank you.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, no one spoke up when I was like, "Does anybody have stealth?"
I was talking shit to other people. Come on.
Oh, okay.
My stealth is also a 4.
Is it really?
See, we're stealthy as fuck, man. Come on. Okay, new plan.
Well,
John
whatever.
and Jesse go in to buy stuff. The rest of us are stealthy.
Yeah, Jesse can't do it either. He's like a minister.
I think, however I go in, it's gonna have to be.
The most useless person in this game.
Pull up front. John and fucking Josh go in posing as buyers,
Yeah.
and the 3 of us hang back if shit goes down or it looks like things are going out of hand. Then we rush in and fucking guns blazing.
I like it.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're on mute.
I said I can't do anything. I'm like the most useless person.
Yeah, we'll leave you on the ship with Kevin.
You have cannon fodder. They have human shields. All right.
Also, don't you heal wounds?
Yeah. You
I
can,
feel shock.
You can't do wounds.
That's almost a wound.
yeah.
That's like a wound.
If I
Wounded
do
Jason.
4 damage to my or 2 damage to myself, I can heal somebody 4 wounds.
Hey.
Oh,
If you do
you
2
should
damage
die
to yourself,
for my
you die,
glory.
right?
Sacrificial lamb right there.
Yeah, you should die for my glory. I have 4 wounds.
I want
For
Jesse
your-
to kill
for-
himself for Kevin.
Kevin, for your wrath and glory.
Ah! You said the thing.
Oh, yeah, I
roll
was going to
credits.
say, Kevin, by the way, take a wrath for convincing the pilot to take you guys.
Hell
Dropping
yeah!
the position.
Okay, I think we'll do that.
Yep.
So,
right. So in character, I will drop the Scion, the Adeptus Sororitas, and the monks in the wilderness, and then I will land and drop you guys. And our story for why we made a stop before we came in here is
oh, I thought we were just gonna land on the landing pad, and it just all the people that can't sneak in would just stay on the ship. Do they search the ship?
they'll stay on the ship.
Yeah.
Well, they might. Maybe. It depends how good of an actor you are.
Okay.
I like it.
Or are we dropping you guys off in the wilderness and you guys are tacticooling in?
You can drop me off in the wilderness. All tactical in.
What's our story for staying or for making a stop before we land? Because they'll definitely see that on their Auspex scanners.
We saw this really cool lake and thought it'd be fun for a picnic.
Yeah.
Lakes on the moon.
We
I guess
saw
the Imperial Guard doesn't have much use for.
some
Sea of
heretics.
Tranquility?
We saw some heretics, and we
we had-
had to murder them.
The ship had thruster issues and we had to put down or we would have crashed.
You can sell that.
I don't know, can we?
How bad's your ship look?
Well, I think Ethan could probably blast a thruster.
Hell yeah, I'll do it. Try me, I'll do it.
Nobody's blasting the ship. Okay, I can overheat a little bit, burn some oil. You know, if you can speak some Mechanicus mumbo jumbo to them,
Yep,
maybe they'll buy it.
I can do it.
Sweet.
If I can use my tech roll rather than my deception roll, I can do it.
I don't know what a roll is. Like breakfast food.
Yeah.
It's like a biscuit but softer.
Yeah. Okay.
I could kind of present that, I guess, as the deception, and then you could back it up.
Yeah.
Because you're the Mechanicus, so I could say, we're here, blah, 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 and we had some complications.
Yeah.
Our Mechanicus took care of it.
How about we just tell them the truth?
Yeah.
We need to just drop a couple of people off to raid you later.
Brilliant. I like it.
Genius.
Up front, straight to the point.
They'll never believe it.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, great joke, guys.
Right?
Good job.
You wait. You drop 6 people to raid the whole building? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not just one. Just one.
Yeah, I think that's the angle we'll go. You overheat a thruster so that your ship looks damaged. Just run without core containment, like the Reavers.
Nice.
That's Firefly.
Some madman was shooting up the elevator and
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
causing all kinds of chaos. I think your ship took some collateral damage.
Yeah.
But they escaped with your lives.
Absolute madman. Yeah, I think
He's got kind of a lazy eye, too. So if you see him...
Hey, I did a fantastic job on that eye. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I think
It only
that's...
shocks me like
Yeah.
once every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fine.
no big deal. Hey, it works.
Most of the time.
50% of the time, it works every time.
Hey.
Yep. So that's the angle we're gonna go. We're gonna drop them off. Say we had thruster problems and had to set down for some repairs so we could make it to the landing platform. Say we ran into ministerium problems on our way or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys get onto her ship. It's reminds you a lot, Ethan, of like drop vehicles that you guys would use when you were shuttling onto planet surfaces. So you think it's likely like repurposed military hardware,
Nice.
which kind of fits with the like station that she's in.
Nice. I want to use the
maybe
weird
missing.
the weird implant that Josh gave me to try and talk to the ship.
Ooh.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Roll a d6.
Okay. No, this one. 4.
That's the wrong one.
Sweet. Yeah, it works like how it's supposed to work. And you are able to commune with it, and you have, I think it's what is it, like -1 DN? Is that what the
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
feature says?
yeah. To do things with the ship.
involving it. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Sweet. So I'm gonna like try and talk to it and like see if it has any war stories.
Yeah. So its machine spirit isn't like that advanced.
See, I don't know how any of this works, so I talk at it and like I expect a response.
Yeah, because I told you that you can commune with
Yeah,
machines.
and like I'm sure like nothing happens or like I get a vibe or something, but
So like just like lore backgroundy, there are machine spirits. Like there are these giant titans that are basically like walking gun platforms and / cathedrals that they deploy for war, and those have such like willful machine spirits that they actually like consume their pilots' minds over time, and they like
That's
develop
fucking hot.
characteristics of the machine
That's cool.
that like persist from pilot to pilot. So there is like some kind of machine intelligence, like actual intelligence, that exists in some things, but other things are so simple that like that there probably really isn't anything there.
right.
Huh.
And on this thing, it's closer to the not anything quite there, but you do feel like a tinge of like sorrow, like it is unsatisfied with its current role as like a smuggling ship.
All right, cool.
Neat.
I'll tell the ship owner like, you need to give your ship some blood.
What did he say?
Is that the
What
drunkard?
do you mean? What?
Is that the drunkard saying that?
No, that's the pilot. She would not let Mateo on her ship.
Oh, okay.
Like, whatsoever.
Yeah, we traded up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we lucked out
Yeah,
on that
you
one.
He grabbed another beer, and then you guys were like, "Yeah, we'll pay you when we get back."
We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right. Just 2 minutes.
Your ship yearns to bathe in the blood of heretics.
Okay, look, the Emperor is great. Kill the heretic. I'm just giving you guys a ride, right?
That
No,
sounds
your
like
service to cause
heresy.
is your life for the God Emperor.
Oh man, we're gonna end up without a pilot here.
Right in,
I
right
have a
out.
feeling.
I mean, she recognizes that like she's already on the ship with what seem to be like a bunch of fanatics, and so she's just like, for the Emperor. Like,
Huzzah!
Caesar
Another reason
smirks
why I
a little
wanted to
bit
stay
in the
on
shadow
ship
of
to
her
make sure
hood.
she don't leave us. But if the Emperor wants us to have a ship, we'll find a ship.
Oh,
He did.
no.
He has produced one.
All right,
Yes,
is there
young
any-
lady.
Is there anything else we do before we land the first time?
Okay, yeah. So she's powering up from like takeoff from the station. You
Yep.
know, getting like clearance to undock, and suddenly like she gets like an alert, and like everything goes silent, and then there's just a pop up message, and it's like, any update, signed L.
Oh my god.
And I would say,
Go away.
I would say, casket is casket. What was it called again?
Stasis coffin.
Stasis coffin. I was like, that's not right. Stasis coffin en route to Mining Moon in pursuit.
Maybe
I'll say you're really good with the DL on everything.
Okay, yeah, you get a response back, and it's like happy hunting, and then like the ship like comes back to life.
Great. Yeah.
And
I
she's
would
like,
have just hit the X button. It's like a Norton.
You weren't kidding about
subscription.
working with the Imperium, were you? Or working with the Inquisition, were you?
That would be heresy. Of course not.
I kind of just give her a look. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, for the Emperor. The Emperor protects.
She says it a little louder.
You were good to choose payment. Oh.
Yeah, so
Sounds
she
like
takes you guys out. It's about like a 40-minute ride out to the moon. There's no atmosphere or anything like that. It is extremely rocky. It's not like quite flat like when we think of our moon. Instead, a bunch of asteroids hit it a really long time ago, and they have formed kind of like like not mountain ranges, but like large hills, like foothills.
Yeah.
And this is what made it really mining rich, because all of these asteroids hit this moon.
Yeah.
They carried all of these like great minerals there, and so that's what was mined out.
Cool.
But there's still
Sick.
a lot of like asteroid shells basically left all over the moon.
Nice.
So she touches down a few kilometers away from the base to let you out, Ethan.
Yep.
So you go out through the airlock.
Is
You
that
got your suit.
Ethan and Jesse and
No,
Joshua, right?
they're staying on the ship. I'm going solo.
You guys aren't all going? Because they're going to search the ship when we land.
No, I thought we were dropping just one.
No,
That's
I
what
thought
my-
we were dropping all of us.
I thought we were dropping
those two.
like everybody but me and.
I thought they were staying on the
Susan.
ship as the oh shit squad.
No.
Yeah, so the flight plan that she had understood it as was that she was just going to drop Ethan by himself, and then the not deceiving team was just going to hide in the ship
Okay.
and pray really hard that you guys don't get searched.
Yeah, I thought that we had abandoned that because.
No,
we
that's
were
the,
gonna
that's
get
the best
searched.
plan.
We
That's
were
the
gonna
best
get
plan.
searched, so I thought that.
I mean, it's up to y'all, whatever y'all want to do.
Let's not split the party three ways. We'll go with let's go with Ethan.
Nah, y'all are no fun.
There's definitely not some dune worm out in this moon that's gonna eat you all.
You guys encounter a purple space worm.
Yeah, exactly.
I could have won this game all by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Just look at him. Do I look like Sid to you? No.
All right, so me, Jesse, and Kevin are all getting off.
Yeah, so Kevin,
Plus
you have
devotees.
Oh yeah,
you
I
have
don't
like your sweet,
Yeah.
actual helmet that
Uh-huh.
forms like a vacuum seal.
Yeah.
Jesse, she's able to give you guys some void suits, but like there's no like additional armor or anything like that. They're basically like rubber suits that provide you some air. And she touches you down and lifts back off. And what's the ride like with just you guys going to the void moon?
Good luck.
The moon base.
Yeah, I'll be like, finally,
I
this
picture
leads
like
to
your
God.
words. There's not enough oxygen for all of your devotees. They all have individual suits, but they're like sharing the oxygen.
Sharing a hose, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fucking amazing.
Take 2
Don't
deep breaths.
breathe a lot, all right?
Yeah.
Tug,
One
tug, pass.
tank
Tug, tug,
between the
pass.
two of them.
You have 4 devotees.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
So you got
okay,
two
gotcha.
tanks, but like two.
Yeah.
They got breeding buddies.
Nice.
Love it.
I hope it doesn't. You don't have to run. It would suck for you to have to carry me and run.
Yeah, so it's not long. It's like maybe like a minute ride to the moon mining base.
The spaceship, so that's like a 5-hour run for us.
Well, I mean, she has to lift off and she has to like set back down. It's only like a couple kilometers for you guys, so
Yeah, we can run that in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
So she sets down, and you guys see it, and let me give you the description here.
We can run an 18-minute 5K, right?
Yeah. So there's a
Power armor?
hangar, and you guys kind of pass through basically like a vehicle airlock, and you set down into an actual hangar, and the entrances are utilitarian, ugly, and scarred by centuries of erosion. The desert entrance transitions from a decontamination airlock to gray Rock Creek corridors with flickering lumen. The hangar is marginally less lifeless. A cluster of 4 other Voidlanders demonstrate the agents are not alone, but the only human presence is a monotask servitor, pointing the way through similarly bleak hallways. So yeah, you guys land, get out, ready to like meet people, but there's just this like servitor, completely blank, whose only job is to point with their arm down into a hallway.
Okay.
This is your existence. You stand here and point.
Oh man, I wish I could like screen share, or maybe can I? This
Yeah.
is a pretty good photo in here.
I think you can.
Don't
Yeah,
read
through
the text.
Discord.
The text is important. Okay, I think that would work.
Oh.
Head, reason.
No, say.
Whoa.
I like that.
Creepy.
Yeah, so that's the only like sign of life that you guys see.
Just this candlehead dude. That is terrifying.
I love it. How do I get one of those?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you do have a Mechanicus buddy. Maybe he could hook you up.
You don't need to be very bright to have one of those.
No.
Well, maybe if we recover the stasis coffin, we can get one. I mean, she sacrificed one right after she gave us her message, so.
Okay,
Probably
cool. Yeah. So you
Dime a
guys,
dozen.
Servitors for everybody.
Yep.
so you guys follow down this hallway,
And
and you slide open.
yeah, so I'll be walking like step behind Cizo and kind of as like bodyguard / servant kind of stance, you know. And yeah, are you coming in with like the air of like
Yeah.
I'm the
The shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
Okay,
walking.
cool.
She's walking in, definitely trying to imbue an air of mystery about her.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Maybe a
So,
hood shrouded over her eyes.
Adencia says like 100% that she's staying in the ship. Yeah, so it's just you guys.
Yeah.
You got your hood up. You're trying to give your like most warp touch vibe.
Make
I
sure
just
to,
look at her and I say, "You sure you don't want to come? Come on, it'll be fun."
make sure to remind her that it's heresy to leave,
Yeah.
and we purge heretics.
We will. I will find you.
No early departures.
Like death by being flayed alive by the Imperium, or death by being flayed alive by Chaos cultists. Okay, I'm gonna stay in the ship. I'll be ready when you guys are ready to leave.
Smart.
I appreciate it, and I'll just speak to the ship, like as like the what was the investigator like communicated, and I'll be like, we're headed off the ship now. Well, we should be able to recover it soon. Like he's listening in on everything, just to give her that extra little reason to stay.
Okay. Yeah, she like looks around. Cool. Yeah, so you guys head down this hallway, and there's a single door with a button for you to press.
Okay.
Button.
I want to tech roll the button. I'm just kidding.
Do it. Roll it.
Like I'll step in front of Cizo and press the button, and then stand aside.
And scene cut. We'll go to our wildlife
Yeah.
explorers.
Oh.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys follow Simsol as he leads you, basically on like if you ever hiked like really high above the tree line and it's all just like rocky and barren. It's pretty much exactly
Never.
like that.
Hell
Except
yeah.
if you fall and puncture your air seal, you die.
That makes it more exciting. Really
Yep,
gives you that
so-
adrenaline rush.
Why don't you guys give me a wilderness? I think it's wilderness, right?
There's a
Yeah, survival test.
just want to see if I would make it.
Actually, just whoever has the highest survival.
I have a 3.
4. Mine is 4 because of willpower.
What do you got, Jesse?
I don't have any, like,
3. Oh,
All right.
I have
Would
mute.
I would have killed it.
How'd you do, Zeshua?
I'll let you know.
Oh, actually, everybody give me the test. Sorry.
Okay.
I read this wrong.
4s are a success, right?
Yes.
I got
And
2
6s count as
successes.
2.
I got 2 successes, but I critically failed my wrath die.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah. I've got 3 successes.
Got 2 successes.
Okay. Everyone who does not have 6 successes
Yeah.
loses 3 shock.
Great.
As you
Back up.
endure a grit storm and Quicksilver wins.
You do?
I think I'm immune to that.
You have resistance to Quicksilver wins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up
for
that
the
feat
shock-
last level.
For the shock, I just kind of like take it. I'm like, I just sit back and I'm like, no, I know we're doing the right thing, and I heal my own shock.
Dope.
Let's see. I'm actually just looking at all my abilities to see what I actually have. Okay. Okay, so you're right. I'm not immune to Quicksilver.
Oh, yeah. Who could have guessed that?
So I take 3 shock.
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm 1 away from max shock.
Sweet. All right. So you press the button, and the door slides in, and you see approximately. Let me write some stuff.
212.
So, anyways, I start
That's
blasting.
not far off.
I'll take the 100 on the left. You guys take the 100 on the right.
I like it.
So
You're
the
gonna
first
take
thing
them all?
immediately in front of you are like an array of tech gangers, including one particularly small one. And then kind of like milled about, and I'll just go from back to front.
Okay.
You see about 15 scum.
Scum.
These people just like, yeah, they look like tech gangers except broker.
Wannabe tech gangers.
Standing across each other, across the hall from each other, you see 2 groups of about similarly sized cultists. John, you immediately feel a strong wart presence from one of the cultist groups. And you see who you're pretty sure is the rogue psyker in mid-tech group. And then, let's see. Oh, towards the back,
Sure wish we had a Noel with us.
you see a
A
group,
knoll?
A Noel.
a group of
Big hyena guy?
Eldari Corsair pirates.
What was that again?
Pirates.
Eldari Corsair pirates.
Go figure.
So-
And without Arcana.
Let me pull up the photo of the pirates here.
I knew they should have stayed with you guys.
They're not in here? I thought they were in here. Give me just.
You guys like walking right into the auction room?
That sounds
Yep.
like him.
Yeah. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's lost.
So, tech gangers. So that is it. Just like, what do they look like? I don't know what tech gangers look like.
Like scum, but richer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't look at the stats over here.
Definitely.
Look
not.
only at the
This
stats.
Oh, okay.
This is like what the leader of the Eldari pirates looks like.
Cool.
I like that.
That is badass.
Yeah. So you guys have seen tech gangers. I mean, pretty much since you like got to Vakris, like the who were they? Who's the gang you're a leader of now, Ethan?
The
The gearheads.
The gearheads, yeah.
Yeah, gearheads.
They look like the
tech
gearheads,
gangers.
except, you know,
Yeah,
shittier because
Hardwares
the
were
gearheads are the best.
Tech gangers. Most of the people at the bar were tech gangers that you shot up.
Okay.
Do we see the hardwares in here?
Yeah, the tech gangers are all hardwares.
Oh,
All
okay.
of these.
I think I'm gonna change the gearheads' names to the left rights.
What? Why the left, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Is this like a lefty loosey, righty tighty reference?
No, it's not. It's nothing. I'm just like I wanted to just call them the left rights because I couldn't remember what their actual name was.
Okay.
Have you consulted with your second in command yet about that name change?
He does what I tell him.
He's not absent, so you don't have a quorum.
Yeah.
Gearheads, right?
Okay, yeah. So, the tech ganger at the front kind of clears his throat and is like, do you have an invitation? We weren't expecting anyone else.
Took my way, fool. And I give him the back of the gauntlet.
You're not
You're
there.
not there.
You're in the wilderness.
You're in the wilderness, getting shocked to death.
I will be right back.
You said that to a space bush.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, out of my way, space bush.
Oh yeah, and it's like all. Oh, yeah, let me set the scene a little bit more. So all of these groups, it's like they all stop talking when you guys walk in.
Great.
And they turn and they look.
Hell yeah.
And this place looks like they vaguely attempted the trappings of an aristocrat soiree, albeit attended by the worst people in the universe. Cold stone gives way to red carpeting dug out from the mining hab storage, now showing its age through mold and tearing. Distorted, looping orchestral music recordings pour from a constantly malfunctioning mechanism and drift across a large room that once served as a recreation center. Chaos cultists and disguised Xeno slavers sip rancid drinks and sample dubious canapes, served by a dwindling group of extremely nervous tech gangers. More than a moment's glance at anything in his hab reveals the grotesque display beneath the illusory patina of high society wealth. Latina.
Nice.
I can totally hear just like a big band record that's skipping over on the same like 6 seconds just over and over again. Just a bum 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 bum.
Yeah, or if you have something better.
And then on the far wall is the stasis coffin itself. It is large and imposing, too heavy for any single person to shift, and gently whines as its last battery power diminishes. So like along with the orchestral music, you kind of hear like a as it like is dying and letting off like the fire alarm chirp.
Oh, gee, like the low battery alarm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys enter, polite conversation dies, and you see scores of armed heretics inspect the new scores of armed heretics inspect you to see how you react.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna come up with what the invitation looks like. I say we just say it doesn't matter as long as we have the money to.
Yeah, we have wealth.
That's what you tell the tech ganger. You have wealth.
Yeah, we have wealth. That seems like a good enough invitation.
How much wealth?
Did we pool it all together?
Yeah, definitely.
How many extra dice did you roll, Jesse, when you were?
We have at least 7 wealth.
Oh, okay.
There's 6 between Ethan and I.
Yeah, I had 1, but I don't know if Yeshua used it in our persuasion to get on the ship.
I had 2, so I just used those 2.
Oh, okay. So we have 7.
Yeah, see, we got 7 wealth.
Do we have any?
Maybe we have a briefcase with all of our combined wealth, and you just like peek it open a little bit
Yeah.
and say that's a small portion.
small portion.
He like looks at it and peers at it, and then he's like, I'm sorry, without an invitation, I can't allow you to participate. You must leave, please.
Is this like is it like a robot, or is it smart enough to?
No, it's a tech ganger. It's just like a really tiny
Okay.
tech ganger.
And I'll say you're not going to get anything out of that stasis coffin if you leave it in the states it's in.
What do you mean?
Like the battery will die in 3.2 hours, and whatever's inside will die with it.
Okay, so you know it's a low battery, but you don't know the
No.
3.2.
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
bluffing for sure. Yeah, about
Okay.
that part, but
The wares will be useless to you if you wait too much longer, and we have the means to prevent its
Demise.
yeah.
Yeah, Mark, why don't you give me a deception intelligence test?
Okay. You do deception, but use my intelligence rating. Is that?
So you use your deception rating plus your intelligence rating.
So is it I or int? I can't remember.
Int.
It's int.
Okay. So it's 3. Would I? Can I
use tech?
Yeah. Can I use? I don't remember if my my conjugator. What was it again on 132? Has that recharged yet?
I think it's like once per scene, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Let me look at it real quick. It's on page 132 if you want to look too, but if it'll load. Yeah, conversational conjugator. I must complete a regroup or respite before this. I can use this talent again.
We had a
You guys regrouped though,
Yeah,
right?
we had a regroup.
Okay, so I'd like to use that. So I can either use my tech skill for a cunning deception or perception.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I get to roll 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How's it going?
5. I'm gonna use my wrath, just to
Oh yeah.
to knock it out of the park. So my wrath die is a 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
All right, sweet. Yeah, you
Or 7
definitely
icons.
pass. And give me 1 second here.
Psych, you need 12.
Yeah.
What's going on? How are you guys doing? Did you make it in? Did
He's
you
bluffing himself in to not get
Yeah,
shot.
we're trying to work on it right now. We don't have an invitation, so we're trying to
Lie.
lie.
Craft
Which is what we're best at.
And I'll say, I'll extend the life of this stasis coffin out, and if you allow us the chance to bid on it.
Give me just a minute here. He says, "What? I will permit you to inspect the coffin, Dark Magi." He's assumed that you are a heretical Mechanicus member.
Okay, yeah. Like I keep the cringe to myself.
Right. As we're running, Simselsman feels a disturbance in the weave.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah. So he like kind of like points back towards the coffin.
Okay.
And a tech ganger comes over and offers you guys some like rotten hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, I'll pass. Like I'll walk up to the stasis coffin and just pull out like a toolkit and begin, like, looking at it. And I want to attempt to extend the life of it, but I also want to find out what is inside this crazy thing too. So.
Okay. Yeah. As you walk up, like everybody has still kept watching you. Some of them have returned to conversation, but you notice that like the leaders of each of the little camps have kept their eyes on you, and you're basically the only thing they're paying attention to.
Cool.
Hell yeah, center of attention, crushing it.
Ignore them and just walk up to the stasis coffin.
Yeah, as he's working on it, I'm just kind of walking around, just glancing at it, and then occasionally taking just passing glances at the leaders, trying to take mental notes. Who's who.
Okay. Yeah. I have a thing for you, John.
Okay.
Just a minute here.
Nice.
I'm just gonna Fortnite dance my way through the fucking wilderness.
Oh, I forgot to get all the beer out of the fridge.
It's cool.
Fridge. You BYOB most of the time, anyways. So.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a tech roll while you inspect the stasis coffin.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Damn, whoops. That doesn't count.
Just the way you said it reminded me, Ethan, of the. Have you seen the debates from like the Libertarian presidential primary?
Oh God.
With the license thing, where there's like, should a license be required to drive? And that guy's like, hell no. What's next? A license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
I'm gonna use my last wrath to re-roll my failures.
Oof.
And can I re-roll the wrath die again as long as it's
as
not
it's
a
not
one,
one.
right? Okay. Oh, this might not look good. Oh no! Okay, so that's 5 icons. I've got 2 exalted icons and then a regular icon, but a 1 on my wrath die.
Like a boss.
I knew it. When I was re-rolling the wrath die, I'm like, this is going to be a 1.
Roll initiative.
Okay, so you told me you were trying to do 2 things with the coffin. You told me you were trying to inspect what's inside of it, but also extend the life of the battery.
Yeah.
So you got enough successes. However, you also had the complication. So we'll say that you can only accomplish one of those. And you tell me which one it is.
I know what's in it.
I think Mark is patient, so I think he'll focus on the task at hand first, and he'll extend the life of the battery so that we're allowed to stay. There's always a chance to view later when we recover it and are flying it back to our person that hired us.
Okay, yeah. So good and bad news. You successfully extend the life of the battery.
Okay.
You're able to cut some redundant measures that had been put in place on the coffin that were no longer being used.
Okay.
And so you actually double the battery life.
Okay.
So previously it was down to 2 hours.
I was right. I'm total BS. I was fairly close.
Yeah, you've extended it out to 4 hours. The low battery alert is still chirping, but
Okay.
you know for sure that it's got at least 4 hours left in it. However, by trying to peer inside of it, you actually started the opening sequence.
Yes.
And that timer is about 30 minutes
Yes.
until the coffin opens.
Yes.
I mean, just
You have absolutely no clue what's inside.
We're gonna
Okay.
see the glorious
Dude-
God King's testicles.
yeah, exactly. All 3 of them. So, does it make like a "I'm fucking opening in 30 minutes" alarm, or is it just like the beep continues and I just know that it's opening in 30 minutes?
Yeah, so like the beeping continues, and there's a little LCD screen on the side
Okay.
that starts a countdown.
Okay.
But you think you could probably like minimize the countdown.
Yeah. I quickly minimized the countdown and turned to John's character and I said, "We got 30 minutes before this opens up. I really screwed the pooch on this one."
It's amazing. I love this.
I
It's the best thing ever.
just nod to him like
And then
in that regal fashion or
Yeah.
whatever that they're trying to comport in the room.
I walk over to the little ganger and I say, I've been able to extend the battery life by 2. There was less time than I thought. It is now 4 hours. I suggest that this gets sold immediately.
Yeehaw.
30 minutes.
We're gonna get there just in time for it to open up.
Yep, exactly.
And
You guys
bask
are
in the
gonna
glory.
walk in and just be like, ha ha ha.
Okay, yeah, John, for you.
Oh God, there were 7 testicles.
The 7 divine testicles.
Where's the demon? Oh, John, what's your willpower?
6 total.
6.
Mm.
That's some fucking Mass Effect shit with the Krogan.
I really want to get that.
Okay, yeah. So, John, you feel and you're familiar with this sensation. you got exposed to a bunch of different disciplines in your training. But as part of them always testing you for corruption, they would frequently scour your mind. And so you feel that familiar spike being driven between your eyes. And you hear a question in your voice, or in your head. Who are you? Who do you worship? And you are compelled to answer.
Oh shit!
Well, that might be
Deny
a good
the
thing.
witch.
Oh, you're gonna try to deny the witch?
Yeah, I'm gonna deny it right
Oh,
now.
dope.
Deny the witch.
Hell
What does
yeah!
that mean?
Take the test.
He's gonna try and fight off the compel.
That's badass.
I've been waiting to use that.
Freaking psycho fight.
2 plus the DN of the power you're trying to deny. So the DN was your willpower.
Okay.
So it's 2 plus 6, so 8 total.
Okay.
But then you are wounded, so it's an additional DN. So it's 9 DN.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
How many dice do you get to roll, John?
I get to roll. You said 8, right? 2 plus my willpower.
That's
That's
the
1 from
difficulty.
being wounded, so 9 total.
That's the difficulty.
Oh, that's the difficulty.
Yeah.
It's
You roll
nine.
your psychic mastery number of dice.
Okie dokie.
Oh, 10. It could happen. And you've got 2 wrath, too.
Yeah. All right.
So you got to beat 9.
Yep.
Hell yeah!
You got this, Jason.
You got this, dude.
There's a handful. Fives and sixes are
Yeah.
sixes are 2.
Sixes
right?
are
6 or 2.
6s or 2s.
4, 5. 4s from 5s are 1. 6s are 2.
Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll use wrath.
Yeah.
What is it?
All the failures are re-rolled.
All the failures?
Yeah. Which one's your wrath die, though?
It's the white one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as it's not a 1. Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Steve shares his low.
Oh, no, that's, I think that's
okay. I think I'm
that's
good.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Nice.
That's like all 6s.
Yeah, it's 1, 2, but he got 1, 6, so.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you're, especially since you've been exposed to this power so much, you're able to kind of like shrug it off to the side.
Yeah.
But the psyker's aware of what happened, and you're pretty sure who just did it to you, because you see the psyker in the group of cultists just like staring murder at you.
Yeah, I think I'll immediately counter compel her to reveal who she is. Or he.
Okay, so
I
you're
don't-
gonna cast a compel.
Yeah. Do it. Do it.
Brain battle! Roll brain initiative!
Okay, so the command must be short, simple, and obvious. So what's your command?
Why are you here?
Like, you want her to say out loud why she's here?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So go ahead and roll your psychic mastery for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More dice.
Hell yeah.
Yikes!
Oh, actually, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but I
Oh
gotta-
no.
Oh, 1 on the wrath.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna have fun. There's a bunch of 6s. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
man.
4,
Is that another 4?
5, 7, 9, 11, and a 1 on my wrath die.
Nice. So you super win, and then she fails her deny test. This is gonna make the willpower test.
Oh, she failed it?
Well, she tried to deny yours.
Oh, I got you.
Same, yeah.
But she failed to deny it, and now she
Psychic
can make the willpower roll. Which I think is 5. Yes. And DN 4. Oh, but you have enough potency that you could like shift to increase the DN.
Yeah, you should do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Absolutely do it.
Yeah, he's got 3 6s, so whatever.
I think you could shift multiple times. Let me read it, because she did make 5.
shift it multiple times
Right.
if I can.
Make it 7, make it 9, make it 11.
Makes it 11.
I was just talking about potency here. Okay, yeah, you can do it multiple times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so how many 6s did you have?
I had 3 6s.
Okay, yeah. So if you just shift twice,
Okay.
she won't be able to make it. Yeah, so she kind of just like quite loudly announces, "I'm here to buy the stasis coffin." And at that,
Redouble my efforts and compel her again. Who are you?
I think not at the same like round.
Okay.
I'll say, yes, and whoever is here to buy the stasis coffin has 4 hours before the battery expires.
Well, everybody's
I
just standing
suggest we
around.
begin.
I'm here to buy the stasis coffin.
I'm here to buy the stasis coffin.
See what your question was? You were like, "Okay, this is it."
that was it.
I guess I would just kind of look at her like she's an idiot and try and compel that the rest of the audience to think the same. Not compel them, but
Yeah, like
just have that air of it, like you
like
complete
what? Are you
retard.
retarded? Why did you say that?
I'm here to buy the stasis coffin.
Of course, we're here to buy the stasis coffin. Aren't we all?
The tech ganger that greeted you guys goes, yes, of course, unification. Yes, we're far past time to begin. If everyone could please gather around, and then let me get out the bidding mechanics. Oh, I think this is probably enough time that you guys have reached the base. You're definitely within Voxcom range of the base.
Okay.
Just Fortnite dancing my way
Yeah,
there.
when their signal crackles in my ear, like I'll speak through the Vox. So no, can I do that where it's not verbal? It's just through the Vox since I'm mostly mechanical. Okay, turn off my audio and just speak through the Vox.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say, we're here. We've gained admittance into the auction, but I'll say the coffin has been damaged in transit, and it looks to be going to open in 30 minutes.
Are we still at 30 minutes, or have we dropped down?
Yeah. At what point? How many minutes are left at this point?
There's probably like 27 left.
Okay, I'll say 27 minutes 15 seconds.
Right.
Approximately.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like in your like mechanical stuff, there has to be at least like a timer app somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that you
for
set.
sure. Yeah, I synchronized my watch as soon as I saw that timer, and then I minimized it.
Neat.
Okay, yeah. So
How many hostiles?
Too many for us to take.
Bullshit. How many hostiles?
So we have 15 scum. How many of the tech gangers were there?
okay, yeah. So there are at least 20 tech gangers,
Okay.
about 15 scum,
Okay.
about 15 cultists in each camp.
Oh, so 30 cultists. Okay.
Yeah, and then slightly less than 15 corsairs. Yeah,
And
then
Heretics
everyone
are
also
all
has,
cowards.
Like, a little leader.
We start shooting, they'll turn on each other. It'll be easier than you think. They'll do half the work for us.
So,
So
man.
we're gonna start.
I'm tempted.
I'll ask you. Did you see any other ways in or out?
Did I see any other ways in or out?
You saw your hangar, which had 4 vehicles plus yours that just touched down.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. There were like some closed off rooms that you passed by, but like all of those buttons were red,
Yeah.
and the button at the end of the hallway was green that you took to get into this large hall.
And this
This
is
is probably like the miners like a mess hall.
okay. And there's
Would
no.
have been that.
Yeah. Okay. I was just gonna ask if there's like mining tunnels off. The.
You did see
branching
a
off.
second landing pad when you
Okay.
came in.
Okay.
Like a second hangar, but you're not sure where that is in relation to where you are now.
Okay. So I'll relay all that information,
Okay,
and then
as we approach the I guess compound or whatever this is, can we see both hangars? One hangar? No
Yeah,
hangar?
from the side that you guys approach, you only see one hangar, but it's impossible because they kind of like open from the top.
Yeah.
You're not sure which hangar that is,
Okay.
if that's the hangar your ship's in or not.
I'll say there was minimal guard in the hangar. There was just a servitor that was pointing the way. We didn't meet anyone until we entered the auction room itself.
Alright,
So did I notice any like security cameras or anything on the way in?
No.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
no
So
evidence.
are we approaching
Yeah,
from
exactly.
like a more ground thing, and then the hangar would be above us, or are we like hills and mountains above the hangar?
So you guys definitely like came down from mountains, but it's on a pretty like open area. They mined out this area pretty heavily.
Okay.
Is this
So
mine? Is
so
this-
we wouldn't be able to access the top of the hangar without like climbing up the whole fucking building or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna ask: is the facility underground or is it above ground? It's above ground then. So.
It's above ground. It would probably make like more realistic sense to have it be underground, but in my mind it was above ground. So
Cool.
We'll
No.
keep going with above ground.
we'll go with that. That's cool.
Okay. I guess as we'll approach, we'll look for any air vents or doors or fucking anything that's not just solid wall.
Yeah, so you see like
See if there's
large.
See if there's any people nearby too.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's really lifeless, and you see like large freight doors, basically, like where like like loading docks, pretty much, on the sides of the hangars, and then interspersed between those are like human-sized doors.
Sick. We'll head for one of those.
Great. So you roll up to one of the doors, and you see like a little control panel, and
Run
it's
like
it's
this.
just like dead.
Ready to have the tech guy with you?
Tap tap tap.
It flickers a little bit, and then it pulls up, and it just says like access code.
Cool. I'm gonna try and use the implant in my head and talk at the machine.
Roll a d6.
Yeah. 1.
You're getting shocked.
Yeah, you immediately feel like an immediate hangover.
It's like, oh, this one doesn't like me. Sister Jesua, you want to just?
I'm wondering if this coffin is gonna open up and just kill everyone
Kev?
in this room.
That's what
Yeah.
it is,
I'll do that. It's a
Wonder
trap.
if
The
we should
bomb. The
interest
coffin's a
anyone.
trap. You think the coffin's a trap, Josh? I can hear you. The
Yeah.
bomb? It's a bomb.
Well,
That
I
would be
think that whatever's inside isn't a bomb,
Yeah.
but some sort of like,
Remember the
Like-
Ark in Indiana Jones?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's gonna
I hope so.
kill everyone in this room.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be
Um,
Good.
So
Witnessing the death of that many heretics in my final moments would be a glorious end. For
yeah,
the Emperor.
Right.
like I'm just
Pure
wondering.
bliss.
I'm wondering if we should just hang out by the door, and at 29:30 we just kind of step out, let the door close, wait 2 minutes, and then open the door and see what happens.
Well, I
we have
want
to
to
have,
kill
like,
a few
breaking
heretics
point.
myself, though.
Yes, I want to see the
Speaking of which,
melting
I opened the
heretic
door.
face.
Yeah.
I go to rip open the door. I'm very strong.
Yeah.
Big, strong lady. Open the door.
Sweet. Yeah, you.
Emperor and helper.
Yeah. So the devotees kind of try to crowd around,
Hmm.
but they see that like Zeshua has this well in hand,
Yeah.
and
like-
so it's a sliding door. So you kind of like attack the mechanism first to make enough room for your hands to get in there, and then you just like wrench and like rip it open. And congratulations, you have successfully ripped open this airlock.
What a boss ass bitch.
Did your alarm go off?
No, there's no alarm. It's
Okay.
plenty of noise though.
Okay.
So yeah,
Oh, that means if it's an airlock, we can push it and then everyone goes whoosh.
Yeah.
There's an inner airlock door, right?
There's an inner airlock door.
Great. I ripped that open too.
Yes!
I should have done this the first time. Give me whatever the equivalent of a strength test is. I think athletic.
Yeah.
Explosive decompression.
No, it's just gonna it's not gonna shoot air out fast enough to kill everybody, but it's gonna let them know we're here unless we close the outer door first. But I'm gonna let you guys worry about that. If you want to close the outer door, you better do it fast, 'cause I'm opening this inner door.
I don't think you can close it at this point.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like destroyed enough that you're not able to.
Oh, I rolled so bad. I have 3 successes, 4 failures, and a critical failure on the wrath die.
Yes!
Differential
This is
pressure.
the best
That is not
game.
successes. Can I use one of my wrath and re-roll my 4 failures?
Yeah, so the DN was 4, so you do succeed.
Okay. Well, I only had 3 successes.
Oh, you only have 3 successes? Oh yeah, then you
The
failed.
wrath was a failure, a failure.
Yeah, I mean you can succeed, but still have the wrath complicated.
Okay. Well, I only had 3, so I'm gonna use the wrath to re-roll my failures.
Okay, you
Okay,
cannot
that's-
re-roll the wrath die.
Right.
Okay.
The wrath is still a failure, but I rolled. Let's see, you got 2 5s and a 4. So that's 6. 6
Okay.
icons.
Cool. Yeah, so you're able to successfully rip it open. Although, yeah, as a complication, we'll just say, yeah, you weren't able to get the outer door
Yeah.
to seal either.
Yep.
Yeah, so it just like pulls a vacuum on this entire hangar.
One of the
and
devotees gets sucked into space.
they don't get. Well, I guess it would blow out back that way. But more importantly, there's a bunch of like empty boxes and leftover refuse. You guys are actually in the like abandoned hangar. Not the one that the ship flew into.
Sick.
And so this refuse all just comes at the door and just and piles up and forms a seal.
Well, you can pull harder.
Alright, let's do the next door.
Yeah, you can always just try a different door.
Well, let's finish closing the outer door, and then I'll push all this stuff out of the way. It might take me a little bit, but
Well, see, now we've already got one seal, so now if we open another one, it equals out, and then we're fine. That's how space
that's
works,
how
right?
it works.
I'm gonna try to mess with this door in the back. See if I can close it.
Okay, yeah. Give me, tell me what you're trying to do, because it's the lock mechanism is pretty damaged from like the punches.
See if there's like a security feature that like closes like a shield.
Like emergency override or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. Give me a tech test.
Ooh, big roller, right there. I succeeded. It's a 5, but it's a succeed.
So
Success.
one success,
It's
one icon.
one icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not succeed. Everything is moon runes to you.
But he got the success on his only die.
It was an impossible task.
I don't know. One of you're part robot. Close this door.
Yeah, your devotees like kind of poke at it and look a little bit like monkeys with typewriters.
The 16-year-old is like, God,
Yeah, she
old
was an
man.
engineering
The
student.
16-year-old just does it right
do
away.
they get like the
Yeah, I
first
was
3
just gonna
pages
say,
of
It's like
Hamlet?
the boomer versus millennial.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, God, old man, you just gotta press this button. Duh.
Just move one into the little gap on the door to block it, and just like, okay, just stay right there. Don't move. It's fine. Just stand there. Yeah, but hold your arm above your head. It's a little taller than you are. There you go. That's it. You got it.
Yeah,
Alright,
so your
let's move
devotees kind of like punch buttons. They bicker among themselves, but they're not able to make any progress.
Why did I bring you along? You're not good for much.
Can I push some of the boxes out of the way long enough to open a gap for everyone to get in, and then like let it shut behind me?
So you would have to push against the force of the vacuum plus like
Yeah.
the weight of the box.
Yeah, I'm insanely strong.
So I don't think you're that strong.
What about just destroying a box? So it
I
just
go to
sucks
the
it
next
in?
door.
Yeah.
All right.
You could destroy a box. Okay, yeah. So you go to another door.
Yep.
Same deal. It's like access code.
I'm gonna try and talk to it again.
Is there a time limit on trying to talk to it?
I have no idea.
It just it's page 245.
245.
It's a mind impulse unit.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go for it.
All right. It's a 5.
Okay, it's a 5. So the mind impulse unit works correctly. So you gain +2 bonus dice to all tests to operate the machine.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do?
I want.
Your deck is like
I want to tell it to give me the access codes.
You just see like the blinking screen, just empty access code. Access code.
Open the door.
bypass.
Yeah, so you sit there and you're pretty sure you might give yourself an aneurysm if you try and concentrate any harder.
I try to give myself an aneurysm.
I try to overload the door with my mind.
You're like pushing your face against.
All right, no, I'm gonna. What? How many digits is the access code?
It's 4 digits.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I am
0,
going
0,
to-
0, 0.
I am going to rip
And
open
it
the door
opens.
again.
Yes!